When talking about standard English, it is important to know what part in the language system constitutes standard English, or what part in the language system or in terms of language skills act as determinants of standard English. Many scholars have believed that it is the grammar and not the pronunciation which is the basis of standard English. And this idea was presented as early as 1907 by a linguist, Henry Wilde, and it is cited in Khachru and Nelson. Wilde believed that the grammar of any language is fixed and uniform because we have prescribed grammar books. So people, when they want to learn a new rule or they want some help in using a certain kind of rule, they can approach a grammar book, which of course are uniform. So in this way, grammar is fixed and uniform, whereas pronunciation, because it's extremely individual, it can vary from individual to individual and from variety to variety. Therefore, scholars have always believed that it is the grammar which is the basis of the standard English, or which determines the standard of a language. So Wilde believed that not only pronunciation but even vocabulary, idiom, lexicon that people use, even they do not play a part in determining the standard. It is just the grammar. So Wilde believed that only grammar determines standard English. Then more recently in the 1980s, Stevens, again cited in Khachru and Nelson, he went so far as saying that the term standard English is actually misleading and it should only be called the grammar and core vocabulary of educated usage. So he included vocabulary as well in the determinants of standard English, or in the factors or the elements which determine standard English. So he also believed that it is the grammar and the vocabulary and not the pronunciation which determine the standard of a language, in our case standard English. In terms of skills, writing is associated more closely with standard English. So when people want to look at or want an evidence of standard English, they look at writing. Writing is associated more with standard English because writing is written forms are more easily recognizable. For example, when you want to determine whether a person is using standard non-standard English and you have two samples of written English, you can easily determine which of the two is a standard. It is easier than hearing people. Also, writing is associated, closely linked with standard English because writing is a blend of vocabulary and grammar, and standard English is also considered as being determined by vocabulary and grammar. So when people write, these are the two linguistic elements that they use. And then writing is also established more clearly through spelling than pronunciation, and it is often when it comes to codifying a language and there are different spellings in use or possible of a particular word, the purpose of codification is to select one spelling as the standard. So it is through writing that standards can be established, codification can take place, and can be promoted. Standards can be promoted through written forms. So writing is associated more closely with standard English than speech. Also, it is believed that written English is more rule-governed. When people speak, they may deviate from standard English, and this may not even be noticeable. Whereas in writing, because the smallest mistake is noticeable, writing is more rule-governed, and people are more careful in following rules and principles of usage when they are writing. Then An important role has also been played by publishers in maintaining and establishing standards. Publishers, when they bring out different publications, they again approach these prescribed books for making sure that the writing that they are publishing is uniform and there are not too many variations. So to ensure uniformity in their writing, they also approach prescribed grammars and usage guides, etc. So in this way, publishers also play a role in establishing and maintaining standards. In writing, we see more uniformity and fewer divergences because of this reason, that when people write, they have time and leisure to make sure that any confusion that they have, they can remove those confusions, accessing or taking a look at these grammars, dictionaries, style guides, etc. It is because of this reason that writing is said to establish and maintain standards better than speaking. And then another factor which can be considered basis for standard English is language ideology. Language ideology is a set of beliefs and feelings that people have about a language, and these beliefs and feelings are rooted in their culture and their social setup, sometimes even religion. So there are many social, cultural, and economic factors also at play, which when it comes to determining the standards of our language or determining a variety as a standard language. To make sure that a certain variety is considered standard, that particular variety is given a lot of importance and a lot of prestige. A word prestige is attached to it by giving it a lot of functions in different domains. Important functions are given to that particular language in important domains. So in this way, we see that standard English is determined more by writing than speaking, and more by grammar than pronunciation. And not only grammar and writing are considered determinants of standard English, it is also people's beliefs and attitudes towards English which have played a part in establishing its standards and having those standards approved widely.